Hey guys, what's up? It's Rafael again, and today I want to backtest AAVE just purely because I finished backtesting Solana and it was ass, really. Solana did not deliver a proper model, and it seems like it does not respect the models that good. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Here we had a very nice distribution model, but it was often just two tabs, no accumulations. Even here, just trending up, no valid ranges, proper entries. So yeah, here we had an accumulation that we are not finishing, as it seems like, and here I'm looking for a potential distribution coming up, taking this liquidity, maybe coming even here and then going for the second round of shorts. I'm looking to short Bitcoin right about, if we get it, I will look to short Bitcoin here with size. So if we get something like this, maybe the next week, for example, Monday, Tuesday pivot, and we come down, building here some weekend liquidity. We have Friday the 9th. So yeah, if we keep building this liquidity up, weekend liquidity, pivot point at Monday, Tuesday, coming down, I will short this till 74k. I got stopped out in profits. From here I shorted this distribution here, took a partial profit here, and again here when I got this liquidity through up, and yeah, I had like 30% opened, got stopped out, and so I'm fine. And it often happens, even in the last videos I elaborated on that we get those low time, mid time frame accumulations that goes over to a higher time frame distribution, I mean, to a higher time frame distribution, and vice versa for accumulations. Yeah, so let's start with backtesting AAVE. So basically I just prepared some things here. Here we broke structure, and he will break structure again. Yeah, so I did not find a chart with more data. I think that AAVE it launched, I think it's older than 21, but I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, so we had a little inside accumulation. Would be better if we would have swept this low here. So we had valid structure coming down like this, maybe, and then up. So we got an inside accumulation, and yeah, basically it is not a valid accumulation because it did not sweat this low. It was more than an inside accumulation, but yeah, we went up aggressively, and now we are trying to break up here, and there is a timeline. I can go back at 1 minute, at the 1 minute chart. So yeah, let's start. What we are seeing here is a grind up without any accumulations. We had some distributions that went down, and in some sort of market maker continuation models. So what this means is that you get a distribution that hit the technical target and then comes down and reverses back up. And this is what happened here. This is a bit deeper, but we see it all the time, that we get a model, it hit the technical target and reverses to the other side. So yeah, what we are looking for now is for ranges where we can look at models that have a longer duration than maybe like 1 day. Right about 1 day the model should have. So this is just purely rule based, because often if you trade models that are lower than 1 day in duration, they're irrelevant, and if you take them, of course it depends of the context. You can trade them, of course, but you should not take it with the same risk if you would take a high probability setup in a high probability context. And yeah, so I thought I put a little 1 day measurement here, so I don't always have to pull this tool. I can just move this. And yeah, I journaled on the latest retests and trades. I will elaborate on the trades in another video. I'm in a quite losing streak. I lost like 3 trades in a row because of the wrong breakout structure. The breakout structure was valid, but the model was not valid in this moment. And in the Solana backtesting video, I saw that I have quite a problem with finding the right breakout structure in the third tab. So I put a bit more emphasis on point of interest, where we can enter, and on the breakout structure. But yeah, so basically I will think more about the model when I see it, and the point of interest and the breakout structure, so I don't get caught in the wrong breakout structure, not taking it. I'm seeing here kinda an accumulation model, but it was not tradable. Why? Because the highest point between tab 1 and 2 is here. We took it out, went down, leave a nice return to zone, and then went up. So what we could look at already is this here, potential distribution, but I think this is at 6.7. No, this is 5.3. So yeah, this is not a deviation, but you can see after this long move we got some local ranges, but it was more a move up, and now we get some sort of a range. Now let's see if we get something here. First we need a deviation and 1 or 2 sides, so maybe here, and then here we go. But let's see. Yeah, now we have some sort of a proper third tab. You can see that we've got a little model here. It is not a valid model because this is too narrow, and yeah, but we can see that we have some sort of a distribution here. So market makers were definitely selling here, and here we have a nice supply POI, and we leave some highs here. So basically we could look at this for a model 2 perspective. Otherwise I don't see anything special in here. So here we basically have 3 highs, very narrow. Yeah, so for participating in this trade, I would like to see a nice move up, slow and steady. Keeping up with these highs. These are even equal highs, lows, I mean. So yeah, I would like to see a nice move up. This is already, like, here's the highest point, 1 day, 21 hours. So basically we have until the end of this range. Okay, so now let's see what we get. Yeah, we did not took out this low. This is nice. Yeah, this is a bit too fast. Do we have some demand here? Let's see. Does not seem like it. Yeah, this, but I don't use order blocks like this, so yeah. Well, it was a fast move up, but no really demand was created. Okay, so yeah, let's keep watching. Got a nice move down. Yeah, I don't like these wicks. So I don't think this model will play out because we are below the range equilibrium, and to come up here just drawing it like this, it has to be a quite fast move up. So yeah, let's see how this range develops. Let's zoom out. How does this look on a higher time frame? What can happen is that this is not our range starting point. It could be this here. And this is our market structure continuation and exhaustion. Yeah. Let's keep watching. We even got a little accumulation, not tradable because of this. But let's see what price wants to do. Yeah, okay. So for this to be the range, this is very tight, very aggressive moves. It is a model 1. And here we can see actually some supply created with some refined supply in here. So it's, no, it's not valid, I think. No, it's not valid. We don't have the 6 candle rule here. Neither, okay. So yeah, what we could have is some local, maybe we get something like this, a little third tap in our third tap, but this move is quite aggressive. Let's analyze what this looks like. Yeah, I can already see some demand in here. Yeah, I think here's nothing. Okay, so now let's see the duration. So, well, technically this is the highest point. this is 1 day 21, okay, and 1 day 23. So yeah, it's a quite high year time frame model. We got the model 1, and let's analyze the breakout structure. This could be a model 1, and the breakout structure was exactly inside of the range profile. But yeah, this seems like accumulative, and this could just go higher basically, and you can't really draw a return to zone. We have a low here, equal lows, low, low, then we have a gap, and then we have some liquidity. So I've seen higher probability models than this one here. We are, after all, let's see. Yeah, are we in any kind of resistance? So we have a little order block here where we rejected from. Let's analyze how the reaction looks like. Yeah, so I can already tell he will be only liquidity on the lower time frame. So let's see. I think this is higher up. So there is no real point of interest from the Model 1 perspective, but it don't have to have one because it's a Model 1, so it could grab the liquidity from the range high. Oh, I can't go. Yeah, well, so I can analyze it. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. Maybe we get a little retest. We got the retest to the dot. Okay. So let's see how the retest looks like. There's no real structure. We broke back to bearish here. Some supply here. Some sort of a redistribution here. Nice grind up, leaving a lot of lows here intact. Then we took them out. got no reaction from a supply. And here, this is what I was talking about. So this could be a model 1 that goes over into a model 2, or this could just be, but nah, this cannot be, because this lows took out the lowest point between tab 1 and 2. So yeah, basically this could be a model 1 that went over into a model 2, what basically is a fancy description for it is a retest. So yeah, okay, let's so what is quite interesting becomes some sort of distribution went up, got some demand here in here, some demand here, but this was at 8:30 on a Sunday, so you could look at this from a manipulative perspective. But yeah, this is a nice breakout structure. So this is what I really like, that you got the retest, but the retest did it left some demand? Does not seem like it. Oh, I think we got the overlapping thing going here. So here, and it mitigated here, and here we have, oh, wrong tool. Here we have the low time frame demand, and here so yeah, what could be a play, so you were up here like 2%, that's not a whole lot. And there's no real rejection. I think this is like 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, 9. Yeah, so it's a little imbalance here. Nothing on the 15. Oh, I like this 30-minute order block. Well, it's still in the creation, but yeah, this is a quite fast move up. We see the demand failure, and here we broke. We did not break the 5. We broke it here. Why? Because, well, we barely closed up below it, shot back up, wicked it sometimes, got the reaction away, so we have to extend our low till here, and then we broke structure. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, that's a retracement. So you were allowed to to thrill your stop loss till here. But we need to break this low. This is the main low in the leg, move up. So yeah. Now I would have trailed my stop loss till here. But I think, yeah, got the move away. Got some nice supply in here that immediately got retested, and technical target was hit. So yeah, we got a nice topping formation overall in here, where you can see the extremes always got out. So this basically was an, holy shit, 12 risk to reward trade on the Model 1 going over into a Model 2. This was a quite high time frame range. Yeah, over 7 days. So yeah, this is very nice high time frame, and this can be a pivot for this move. Let's keep analyzing. So usually what happens after a move like this, price has to rebalance and look for something new. Maybe we can already see some nice liquidity building up here, and I would not use one of these as my starting point. I would use this one, because look at these narrow moves, and now at this move. So this looks more like a range building up, but yeah, we basically only have liquidity here. Well, I would like to see a Model 1 here, accumulation. If we get it, but we have to think about the higher time frame context. So let's see, like on the daily. Two down. This is not daily. We would break daily market structure down here, 18. This is not valid 18 hour. We have 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down. This is not a 12-hour range. Up, down, up. We don't have 2 candles up after this low, so this is a 6-hour up, down, 2 up, 2 down, up, down, up. So yeah, we broke 6-hour market structure right here. So what could follow is maybe accumulation here to come up, to come down. So on the 6-hour we broke structure, and this could mean that we will break the orders market structure on other time frames. Let's look what this accumulation will do. it's safe to say that here's no accumulation. Yeah, as I said, we had so much liquidity here, and this could be a pivot point, but I don't really see anything special here that could keep price up. Low time frame accumulation here, front runner technical target, build liquidity here, came down. Did we swap? No, we did not swap the highs. We could look at something like this. What I don't like is this is like the first range after coming down that much. So you basically, you came down all from 335 down to 275. You came up and you tried to short the first move up. This often it's not a good idea often. So what often happens is that we get something like this. You already can see we had a deviation here, but we keep on ranging outside of the range, so this is no valid range. What often happens, we get the moves and the move up got slower and then we come down. So I will wait for something like that. Still no range. Yeah, that's sad. Often when we have like this, we've got some naked lows here, or a naked low. Well, it's swapped liquidity here, so basically it's not a naked low, but we had no valid accumulation and we went up. This often gets reversed. Yeah. And yeah, what's pretty nice, even though we get those moves, you don't need to have FOMO because there's no entry. You would not have entered either way because there was no confirmation. And even though it goes down like this does not mean anything because you could not enter because your system did not allow it. So yeah, what you could have done, that's always an option. Looking at the probabilities or the context, we had a very long move up. We got some sort of exhaustion. We broke structure, got swapped the liquidity from here, and we had a 7 days range in here. So market makers won't distribute for 7 days to just go down and move away when there's nothing here that could hold price up. So what you could have done is to maybe target these lows here because there's nothing from a demand perspective that's really strong. So you could have taken 6% here and take the rest down here and leave a runner. So basically you will risk 1k, make 6k, put stop loss at break even. You have guaranteed 6% and you make another like 19k. I know this, if you're hearing this and you're not used to these setups and risk to reward ratios, this could seem like, yo, this is impossible, but you can actually net 10, 20, 30, even more than that in one trade, because we have such a refined entry and we trade sometimes even these pivots. Like here on Bitcoin, I will trade this short here with size, take some profits here and target below here. That's it. And look at that. Naked low, front running the demand, coming up. So yeah, this is basically the same. But here we are trading actually some sort of a pivot. Maybe this is on a higher time frame. This looks like this. Yeah, we can on, for example, the 2-day, we can see a move up, down, up. So basically this could be something like this. And we traded the pivot of the high for the, that goes to a lower high for a higher high. So you can always have the context in mind and think about a runner that could potentially maximize your profits. You always want to cut your losses through stop loss trailing, take profit, partial take profits, and maximize your gains. Yeah, but this is nothing new, probably. So yeah, as you can see, we are getting some sort of a exhaustion coming down. And here we are coming down even slower to this low. And here we can look at a potential, maybe a potential accumulation range. Again, why do I not use this low? Maybe you already know. Often we get the first market structure point and then we go over into a range. Do you see the difference between this and this? This looks like more of market structure continuation, and this is way further and looks more like a range. Keep in mind that we have a liquidity level here, which we are front running as for now. We are ranging for more than 1 day after a prolonged move down. So this could be a high probability range environment, but we have to look at potential point of interest. So yeah, we have a high, low. So went up, we have a structure demand right here. Well, I'm already jabbing for 39 minutes, so I don't know how long I will keep backtesting, because I think backtesting for like more than 1 hour, the concentration goes down, and I don't think you guys will watch till the end when I talk here about in our purely looking at charts. Oh, what is happening? Range duration 14 hours. So yeah, it is like around here. But how this can be one day if measured like this? Ah, okay. So it is right. I was wrong. Okay. Yeah, we have a nice return to zone. I don't see any real supply here. This got already mitigated. We have a tiny block, but I don't even think it already got mitigated. So we don't have anything up here that could price hold down. This could be a nice... Okay. We went straight through it. No real market structure. Yeah, what I wanted to say, in these backtesting videos, I don't include Bitcoin in my context building. I always look at Bitcoin. What does Bitcoin? Where's my altcoin? Where's USDT? And then I look on the context from the pair, and then I decide what I do. So yeah, we're basically only looking at this pair and trying to find a trade in here. This is like not like I would backtest or I would trade in real environment. Here we have a supply POI that could stop us to come to here. So basically we did not confirm anything. Why? Because we did not broke even the 1 minute. This is up here. We have ugly lows. So what I would like to participate in here, a move up, a move down, coming for this low. Why? Or for this liquidity, and then get the move up. If we don't get it, I won't participate in this setup. Well, it's pushing the range duration to the limit. And this is exceeding it already. And yeah, okay. This is nothing here. So this is nice too, because you would not have gotten trapped in here. Why? Because there wasn't, well, there was 1 minute structure in here. But if you enter on this 1 minute structure, we have supply above, we have an aggressive move down. This is pre-London. This is the London push up into supply, a little distribution in here, supply creation up here. We rejected again, went over into a little distribution again, retested again the supply here. Leave behind another supply, and we went lower. So you would not have gotten trapped in longing anything in here. Why? Because we did not have a quality breakout structure. Neither we got a nice return to zone. We got a nice return to zone up here till here. Even, well, but here we can actually connect it. So this looks nice. and we sometimes the return to zone is split in two halves. So maybe we have a supply here, and then the return to zone keeps building. Maybe we get the third tap, and it should be an easy move up till here. When price is here, we can de-risk if we get a rejection. If not, this could be a temporary bounce, a temporary rejection, come down, and then keep the move up. Why? Because there's nothing that could price hold up here from coming up. So yeah, but this is no range as of now. You could look at this from a PO3 perspective. Got a nice return to zone. We got a supply here. And now you could look at high probability range formations in here. But this is pretty low time frame. So is this even 1 day? This is no 1 day. We got a harsh rejection from the supply. Let's keep looking. Again. Supply here, protecting price to come up. Here. So at this moment, you only see this coming down and not the immediate push up. You see a little distribution here that hit the technical target. And here's nothing special from a demand perspective. Maybe we have an order block where we tapped in on a higher time frame. Yes, actually, yes. We tapped it. And contextually speaking, this is high probability. Why? Look at this move down. We swept liquidity. We have an efficiency here. It even looks like we have nothing here, but what it's, not gonna lie, what is sketchy is this move down. So basically what you would need to anticipate on the supply failure. This is, oh, okay, this is on the first hour of, oh, wait. So you would have entered here, stop loss below. So here, Asia opened here. So we got to move up, consolidate a bit, got an aggressive move down. The first hour often is manipulation. So the first 40 minutes we just went down, created this supply, mitigated the 30-minute order block on the lower time frame. This is only liquidity. So what you usually want to see is in a tap and go. So you see we went in it, got the reaction way, broke back to bullish. We did not really pay that much attention on the supply. This could be a nice 5% trade. Let's see what price wants to do. And nice, we hit technical target. So why I was confident in trading this, look at this. Liquidity building up. And after this move, we need to get some relief up. And as I said, on a 2-day, this could be the lower high, the higher low for a higher high. And what often happens, if we get something like this, let me delete this, we create the low time frame accumulation in here, created the higher time frame range, probably range. So you could exceed your take profit higher. Why? Because this is all liquidity. So we could get a move up in resistance. Is this resistance? This looks like it could be, but no. Okay. Well, actually this could be all supply. On a 2-hour, move down, up, inefficiency here. So we could reject from here to create a mid time frame range. So let's look what price wants to do. Yeah, so it was right to extend the take profit. This would be a nice 7.5%. Seems like the supply is failing. We even see a little distribution up here, creating a potential range high. Let's see what we get. If we take out the range high, we have to adapt our range. Now let's see if we get some acceptance back. No, we did not. Seems like again we traded the pivot. So we traded the pivot here and a potential pivot here. We have some demand in here where we could get the bounce from. Let's see. Oh, but I think this is just expanding. And as you can see, again, well, this was pretty low time frame, but here's so much liquidity. We had a mediocre supply block in here with some liquidity in there. We had a refined supply up here, I can see, but we just sliced through it, and till here I can't even really see anything that could hold price up. Some refined supply in here. I think we rejected from there. Yeah, as of now, but yeah, we're totally disrespecting it. But you already can see the difference in price behavior from here expanding, coming into supply, slowing down, building this liquidity up. nothing we could trade. Why? Because there's no real range. So what could happen? We gotta move down, create a mid-time frame range in here. Let's see. If we deviate this high, this could be a nice potential range. Here we go. Got a nice 15-minute auto block in here that already got tapped. Do we have something on a higher time frame? No. On the lower time frame, this is an auto block, but yeah, this is nothing special. It did not do anything, that's why. So, and we have here, that's a doji candle. So yeah, we rejected from here, but there's nothing special in here from a Model 2 perspective. So if you come up, maybe then they'll go down. We have a Model 2 point of interest, but as of now, we don't have anything, and I would expect a Model 1 if this did not decide to be a Model 2. Okay. A 2-tap model, I mean. I see we're already 1 hour deep. It's August, the 11th of August. And yeah, basically we got a nice distribution here and a little accumulation here. We both time traded the pivot, but yeah, nice. So I will keep looking at AAVE. I have noticed in a recent time that AAVE likes to respect these models. So yeah, I will keep backtesting AAVE for a bit until we reach like January 2026. But yeah, this is it for today. I hope you liked it, you learned a bit. Till the next video, bye.